Hello, princesses. Welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Hear those sleigh bells? We have kind of a fun one for you this morning, and I'm kind of half ready and half not because I thought we would finish up getting ready together with the brand new release from Rephr. This is their Holiday 2020 collection. They have released 3 brand new brushes in a really cool reusable case. This little case covers it and locks down really tightly so you can travel with it. Sorry, it's a little loud because it is kind of a plastic case, but we're going to talk all about those 3 new brushes. We're going to compare them to their kind of older, slightly older counterparts and mature counterparts, and we're going to use them a little bit today too. The reason I wanted to sneak this video in for you guys this morning is that you can currently save $100 on this little threesome here for the Holiday 2020 collection, and that sale runs now through November 8th. So, today's the morning of the 5th, so about, 3-4 more days. You can also buy them individually. You can also get the core collection. So there's a lot that you can get right now on the Rephr site, even after the 8th, if you're seeing this video a little bit later. I still recommend that you go on there and see what deals and things they have going. Rephr brushes they're based in Toronto in Canada, but they are handmade in Japan. And they are beautiful, kind of what we like to call in the beauty industry, workhorse brushes. They wash well, they're sturdy, they're strong, and they're beautifully well made. Rephr crowdsources their brushes, and basically what that means is they have this little, you can go on their site and see it, they have kind of a little prototype area where you can order at discounted rates prototypes and give them feedback. And in fact, these 3 from the holiday collection are refined and redone, and sometimes when you order from Rephr, there's a 6 to 8 week wait while they're being made in Japan, but these guys are ready to go and ready to ship. Usually, this time you're not picking your handle, you get this standard kind of, I really like it. I think it's really pretty. This is one of the new brushes. You get this kind of standard matte handle, but there's all sorts of other handles you can order. If you go on there and look at the individual brushes, you can get a handle with a little more shine, you can get some gold on it, all sorts of things that will customize the brushes and make them feel more like yours. But we have all undyed goat hair, and undyed goat hair is lovely because it can be used for both powder and cream products. The brown hair brush hairs, that is really more just for powder. I mean, the police aren't gonna come arrest you if you use it for cream, but really the undyed goat hair is ideal for both cream and powder, and we're gonna experiment with that a little bit today. But I encourage you to go on their site either before November 8th if you see this video early, or even after November 8th, and check out what they have in terms of handmade innovative Japanese workhorse brushes that clean well, I clean these babies at night, and the next morning they're ready to go. I have had a cleaning brush video requested, so I will come out with one of those for you guys. But I like to think that I'm kind of a brush snob. And while I don't want to make you spend money, I know there's a lot of consumerism, especially as the holidays come up. I don't want to make you spend money, but if you are going to spend money on your makeup collection, for goodness sake, please invest in at least one, start with a handmade Japanese brush. I put down below, I put a link to Beautylish because they have so many gorgeous, not just Sonia G and Wayne Goss and other, but let's talk specifically about the Japanese brushes from Rephr, okay? So generally, their brushes come in this really kind of actually nice, sturdy, but it's paper container. But now for the Holiday 2020 collection, they're doing this really travel friendly, like I showed you earlier, that goes over the top and kind of clicks in place. So you can travel with all your brushes, and this would fit quite a few brushes in there. So let's talk about these 3 brushes specifically from the Holiday 2020 collection, and then we'll work with them a little bit too. So we have a new pencil brush liner that is the number 23, and I'm going to show it to you here. This is the number 23 brush. It's a very tiny little liner brush, and it's most comparable to if you have the Complete or the Core collection. I know it's in the Complete collection, but it's very comparable to the number 3. Now this number 3 has, I'm going to hold them up for you, new and number 3 and new number 23. I want you to see the difference here. So we have, this is the new one. This is the older kind of, not version of it because the number 3 still exists, but the number 3 has a little bit of a wider ferrule and longer hair. And this little guy here, we're gonna use him more for lining the upper lids and under, when you wanna get right under. You know, when you're not quite going for that smoky look and you really just want a real precise liner, this little 23 would be perfect for it. If you are interested in a larger collection from Rephr, I will link my review of their complete collection, the Rephr Complete Collection below, so you can take a look at that and see some of their other brushes. But right now we're just talking about the 3 from the holiday. The other one I wanted to talk about from the holiday collection is the new number 24 cheek brush. This is most comparable to their old number 5, but the thing that's really nice about this number 24 brush is it's extremely dense and it picks up a lot of product. You know when you have some of those baked products and you're just going in and it's not, there's no payoff? Generally that's because you're using the wrong brush. You know, you think it has hard pan and it's not coming out and you're frustrated with the product. Blame your brush first, because these high quality products sometimes need this natural undyed goat hair, and it's so dense, you guys. There's so many hairs there. This is gonna pick up a lot of product, much more than the brush you're using. So if you have one of those baked jelly or those baked products and you're frustrated, try this number 24. As I mentioned earlier, it's comparable to the number 5 if you have more Rephr brushes. This is the old one, here's the new. Not old one, because it still exists, I misspeak there. But this little guy, this slightly older, more comparable version is a little bit flatter. And I don't know if you can see that, you guys, because this number 5, my older brush, has been worked with and washed dozens of times, literally dozens of times. This little guy is brand new. But trust me, he's just got a lot, I don't know, maybe you can see that. This guy's a lot fluffier, the 5, and this guy's a lot denser. He's really gonna pick up a good amount of product. And last but not least, wait till you see this guy, although I was holding it up earlier. This is the brand new 25. He's kind of like the old 11, I think, might have been the 6 if you have some of the earlier prototypes. Look at his hair. He has got quite the hairdo, doesn't he? This is longer hair than the 11 had and floppier. So you can kind of, we're going to use it to sweep powder. We can buff with it. And it just gives you more control, because when you hold the handle and those long long hairs, it kind of gives you more sweeping control. It's not quite as dense. It's very fluffy and sweet. So this could be used for any powder. You could use this even for highlighter. You could use this for blush. You could really use this anywhere. Okay, so we're gonna play with these little guys now because I cannot wait. And I'm gonna just kind of show you some uses for each of them. Okay, and again, if you want to see more Rephr brushes, I will link my complete collection review down below. So let's start with this new 23. So this guy's a liner, and as I mentioned, he's going to be for very precise work. I am wearing on my eyes right now the new Huda Beauty Naughty collection. I will also link that below for your reference. And this is the Naughty Nude palette. I just did a very simple kind of raspberry caramel look. And now I'm going to take this pencil here and I'm going to go into one of the marble shades in her palette, and I'm going to stick the little bit of the pencil brush right there into this kind of dark raspberry shade. So what I did was, because the pencil brush is so small, I was able to pick and choose which part of the marble shade I want to go into. And I'm going to go directly under. This has some shimmer to it, and I want to show you the difference. Okay, so I just ran this under my eye. It is under this eye, but not this one. And I just want to zoom in and show you the difference there. This is not really creating that wide, sweeping, smoky look, but more of a very precise line. This is great to get in there. You know when you have a black matte shadow and you really want to line tight, especially if you've got hooded eyes. Those of us with hooded eyes or partially hooded eyes, we don't have a lot of lid space for a ton of liner. So especially if you have hooded eyes, you can push that liner right into the, you can push it right into the almost bottom of the lid. I'm going to do this eye too so that we're matching. The bottom of the lid, and you won't take up any of that precious lid space that you want to use for your shimmers and things like that. It just presses right in with the black liner. That will make your lashes appear longer without taking up any precious lid space. So that is definitely a recommendation. And this little guy is a perfect tool. I used to use the number 3 for that, but the number 3 can also go a little bit smokier. This will not really smoke you out. This is going to give you that nice precise line. All right, let's do a powder. Okay, we're gonna go out of order here, and we're gonna go with this new 25, and I'm gonna take, don't call me crazy here, but here's the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but in shade number 1, which is way too light for me, and I'm just gonna use it though to just show you how I can just kind of, I'm not even using a mirror, I'm just gonna sweep and buff. So I'm using this, I don't have any powder on my face. I haven't set my makeup. As I told you, I'm just kind of half made up today. And so I'm gonna show you, this isn't gonna really show on my face. This is a bronzer for much fairer skin, but I kind of like it as a setting powder because it actually feels like, I know it's matte, but it kind of feels like it gives a little bit of sheen to the skin. I don't know how or why, but it does feel that way. And as you see, I can kind of circle and I can give it some sheen. I'm gonna I kind of want to apply some highlighter with this guy too, so we'll do that in a moment. But let's go to blush. As you remember, I told you that this undyed goat hair will not only dense and pick up a lot, but can also be used for both cream and powder. What better time than the Patrick Ta double blush here? We have a cream product under this little, and we have a powder. So I'm gonna go into the cream first, and I wanna show you how much that picked up already. Cream products sometimes don't wanna be picked up on a brush like that, but this guy did it right away. And the great thing about this, do you know, this is such a dense brush that it almost feels like you're using a sponge. So I'm just putting the cream product with the brush onto the apples of my cheeks. And now I'm going to go back in with the same brush into the powder. And I want to show you how much that picked up. So we're going to tap that off. The powder makes the product adhere better. And I've got it, definitely, look how much product that put on. I need to kind of, I am such an Aunt Sally with blush, you guys. I just like keep putting it on, and I should stop, but I don't. Why stop when it's so good? Okay, and then I said I wanted to use this big guy actually to try to put a little bit of highlighter on. I'm just getting innovative and having fun. Don't come at me if I'm breaking any rules because I like to do that. Okay, so before this had that very kind of sheer powder on it. And I kind of like the idea of this. This is really not a highlighter brush, but I just want to show you how kind of versatile. And it's so soft. It's like getting a little massage. Look in my mirror here. And what I did, I'm using the Charlotte highlighter, Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. And what I did was just kind of apply a little gentle kiss with that soft brush. So as you see, you could use these for so much. My biggest recommendations are, if you're gonna buy them separately, the 23 liner, it would be a wonderful addition to your collection. And this really dense blush brush, because if you have struggled with a blush that won't pick up, this one will do it for you. So run over to their site if you can, get it on sale. If it's after the 8th, go on over to their site and check it out. I don't have any links. I'm not making anything from it, but I just personally recommend it for you guys. Let me know what you think. If you have any reservations about trying any new, any handmade Japanese brushes, come chat with me about it. I will try to convert you. It's what I do. I believe in these products. So make sure everything else that I'm wearing today is indeed linked below, so that'll help you with any shopping needs. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I look forward to your comments. And as always, the biggest compliment that you can pay me is subscribing to my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.